Good evening, everyone. Welcome to another episode of Candid Meena. And I hope you enjoyed yesterday's session of Gaurav Pradhanji, where he revealed a lot of startling things, a lot of shocking facts, and he also sort of answered many of the questions that you guys have been asking every day. So make sure to check that video out in our playlist. And so today we have a lot of interesting news. And the first piece of news is with regards to Samrat Prithviraj. As you know, that Akshay Kumar's film Samrat Prithviraj became a very big failure. Now, Aditya Chopra is blaming Akshay Kumar for the failure and said that he wouldn't even grow a real mustache. So, the movie directed by Chandraprakash Dwivedi, which released on Amazon Prime in OTT platform, it released so fast because it ran so poorly. It was a big flop in the box office, and this director Chandraprakash Dwivedi recently said that he doesn't agree with the actor's remarks on history textbooks giving more importance to foreign invaders than the country's own kings. Aditya Chopra, the film's producer, has now apparently come out strongly against the actor for lack of dedication during the movie. The movie, which was reportedly made on a budget of 300 crore rupees, failed to cross even 100 crores at the box office and is the second flop from the production house after Ranveer Singh's Jayesh Bhai Jordar. Now, the producer apparently is blaming Akshay for the poor box office showing. And a source says that Aditya Chopra is not happy with the actor's commitment towards the film. He cannot grow a real mustache. So why didn't Akshay focus on the character of Prithviraj alone? Meanwhile, the director Dwivedi owned up to the failure, saying that they failed to understand the mood of the film and that resulted in the movie's content not connecting with the audience. Earlier this week, the filmmaker also weighed in on Akshay's statement about textbooks not prioritizing Indian kings. So, director said after the actor's comments, the audience thought that the movie is a historical film. However, he said that this film is based on the poem Prithviraj Raso, and its historical value has long been debated. So, friends, a lot of excuses. These people, be it Aditya Chopra or this director Dwivedi, but the fact is that the public has already seen through Akshay Kumar's true colors, and they have boycotted him left and right. So he has had back-to-back flops after Bachchan Pandey, and I don't know how he is getting 8 to 9 films per year. On what basis these producers and directors are keeping on giving him films? Is it a front for making black money white or any such activities? And this is very funny, which I found is that like I said, that this film in which Akshay Kumar acted was Houseful 4, where he played this Joker-like character, and this you can see that his look in this Houseful 4, his name was Bala in this particular film, and it's the same as he looks the same in Samrat Prithviraj. And this is quite bad because you are portraying a brave, one of the legendary historic figures in Indian history, one of the most important rulers, and you're showing and Akshay Kumar has put zero sort of effort in this film, and not only that, the public has seen through his true colors, and neither Aditya Chopra nor the director has understood that public has seen through these actors double standards, and they have boycotted the film left and right. So I'll just take a few comments. Hi, Leonara. Height of hypocrisy, what the BJP government is doing. What the hell is Sandeep Singh doing chatting with Yogi ji? Are we idiots? They are taking us for a ride. Okay, yeah, it's true that BJP now should act once BJP comes into power in Maharashtra with Eknath Shinde. That's the most likely event which I see, in my opinion, happening. That BJP forms a government with Eknath Shinde in Maharashtra, then it's the right time for people to ask or pressurize BJP to ask the CBI for an update on the SSR and Disha case. It's the right moment right now when the government is near, the Uddhav government is near going to fall very soon. This is the right opportune moment for people to put pressure on the central agencies. What does government actually want power for or work for the common man who gave them the mandate to serve the country? Absolutely, Leonara. Yeah, Tapan, yes. I'm coming to that piece of news is that Shamsera, people have already started, boycotting on Twitter because it's openly, making fun of Hindu, rituals and Hindu ideals. So, hi, Monisha, how are you? Hi, newbie. Hi, Pikachu. Hi, Karthik. Hi, Caroline. Thanks to SSRians and warriors, yet the center continuously adding and beating with these bullyweed and gutterwood mafia druggies. Yes, Leonara, and we'll have to, the public has to put pressure once the new government in Maharashtra is formed, and they'll have to put pressure, and they'll have to. This new government will have to ask for an update with regards to the CBI and take up these cases. Hi, Chetna. Yes, we'll be coming with regards to Sonali Bendre, where she has revealed that she had a lot of, pressure from the underworld regards in the night back in the 90s. So, hi, Tom and Jerry. Yes, Priya. This is one of the main reasons why she got a lot of films during that period because she had a affair with Raj Thackeray. So, hi, Nisha. Thanks for inviting our Desi born Dr. Gauravji. He's our Sanatani hero. I respect him a lot and was so glad to see him here. He'll be coming more often now, Preeti, and make sure to keep a list of all the questions what you'd like to ask on the show, and we'll make sure that he at least gets to answer some of them or most of them. So Karthik says, like what Pradhanji said yesterday, BJP is just another political party. As long as they remain true to Hindutva, they should be supported. Yes, Karthik, and that's what I feel that even if BJP comes, I mean, most likely BJP will come to power with Fadnavis as the chief minister and Eknath Shinde backing him. Then people should, openly ask the government as to what's the as to ask the CBI to give a proper update on the SSR and Disha case, and also give justice to the Palgar sadhus and many other cases. Chetna says Shamshera showed Hindus in a negative side, shade. Yes, yes, Navya. We all want justice for SSR. Yes. Hi, Meera. Yes, newbie. Do we really need to know about these mafias? They've been boycotted and shunned forever. Yes, Leonara. Last night's session was one of the best sessions. Love Gaurav sir's views. Yes, Tom and Jerry, and he's very one of the most frank persons, and he's highly knowledgeable about any topic, and he's very and his sessions were are very highly informative. Directors don't have too many choices other than that these few aged actors, the Nepo kids, are totally useless, but good, let them keep banking on these Buddhas and they will flop. Anyways, yes, Nisha. Yes, Joshi. Thank you. So coming to the next piece of news is with regards to Shamshera, and you can see in this picture that Sanjay Dutt is the main villain, and apparently this film has really hurt Hindu sentiments, and the film is facing massive backlash as Boycott Shamshera is trending. And so Sanjay Dutt is playing the villain. His name is Adira. He played the villain Adira in Yash's KGF 2. Now again, Sanjay Dutt is playing the evil colonial slave driver Daroga in this film. And while Sanjay Dutt once again manages to look like evil for this role, several people in the internet is complaining about an aspect of this character that has ended up offending people. Now, what is that aspect, you would ask? This user complained that Sanjay Dutt's character appearance paints Hindus and people that follow the Hindu faith in negative light. He tweeted, Shamshera, a Bollywood film, depicts a person wearing a sandalwood tilak and keeping Shika as a villain. How long will this mockery of Hindu Dharma and Hindu culture continue? Others seem to agree with the sentiment as well. And the users, the Twitter users, one of them wrote that portraying the villains with tilak and with other Hindu identities is a malicious attempt of Bollywood to tarnish the image of Hinduism. So this is yet another attempt by Karachi Wood to defame Hinduism. Let them not be successful in this regard. This is the reason why Bollywood is considered the breeding ground of Hinduphobia, insulting Hindu religion. Look how YRF is happy and saying that evil never looks so good. Here the villain is a Brahmin. Do you see the hatred towards Hindus? So you can see in this clearly in this poster that he's wearing the tilak and he's having a whip in his hand, and they're trying to paint the image of tarnish the image of Hinduism as they always have. Be it OTT serials, be it Karan Johar's films where they make fun, or be it Ekta Kapoor's serials. So this is agenda by this Karachi Wood to time and time again make fun of Hindu ideals and tarnish the image of Hinduism. So let's take a few comments, and yeah. So finally we can see the light at the end of this tunnel. Yes, Tom and Jerry, hopefully this will happen, and let us pray that this new government will really see to it that both these cases will have correct justice. I was actually upset with Pradhanji when he came on. Okay, so because of his open support to Digiraj, it still jars me. But maybe there's a reason behind that. You can ask him in the next session, Karthik. So I didn't even watch KGF 2 because of him and Ravina being in that. Yes, newbie. So I don't know why these South Indian film directors they cast these Bollywood stars. What's the reason for that? Especially in a film like RRR, where Alia Bhatt has just I think hardly 10 to 15 minutes of screen time, and they paid 8 crores for that particular that's so much of a short time, and she hardly acted in that RRR film. Why was the need for taking her as the heroine when there's so many talented South Indian film heroines there? So hope from now on Bollywood starts to respect Hinduism, or else Bollywood will be in history books. Now Pikachu, even if they make very nationalistic films, or films portraying Hinduism in a good light, even then people will start continue to boycott them, because they have seen through the double standards of Bollywood. And I don't think even if Akshay Kumar stars in a film which portrays Hinduism in a very good light, also I don't think that people will now accept it. Yes. So Ms. Rana is requesting and for security for the MLAs. Yes, Himani. In fact, I really wonder that Eknath Shinde and his group of MLAs is in Guwahati, and they have not yet returned to Mumbai, right, to prove the floor test. But the important question is, even when they return to Mumbai, that they should be given adequate security, for themselves and their family, because at least from the center, and I would at least request the center, to provide security to Eknath Shinde and his group of MLAs, because it's a very crucial, point for Maharashtra government at this point of time. Happy to see Bollywood trend is really working. Yes, relax. Just waiting and watching, assuming something will happen. It's disgusting to hear the system has to wait for the common man to get justice. BJP had the opportunity to do the needful a year back. Yes, Leonora, and it's all about politics. That they'll keep certain cases in the freezer, and they will look at the right opportune movements to use that particular case to gain leverage and gain. They look at how it will benefit that political party, and they will use these cases at the right time, and if it is of use to them. So hopefully we'll have to wait and watch when this new government comes in power, and the rightful justice is done. Bollywood has always portrayed temple priests as villains, and the imam is always yes. People cannot take it anymore. Yes. Okay. Exactly. I didn't watch RRR because of Alia. They are losing out on views by casting Bollywood actors. Yes, newbie. Yes. Alia is being everywhere. She has got one Hollywood project on Netflix. So, so Bhavika, you must understand, the power of this girl. How much power she holds on in the film industry, at least, because each and every director and producer is casting her because she is the daughter of Mahesh Bhatt, right? Otherwise, who would cast Alia Bhatt? So you can see that even now that Mahesh Bhatt has such a power over this film industry, right? Even now. So it's the end game for Bollywood. Even if they come around and change their motives, they have to suffer the karma for all the injustice done to all those who tried and died in that industry. Yes, Karthik, because karma is coming full circle, because now you can see that how Palga sadhus, you saw the picture of this elderly Palga sadhu, just smiling, and that photo was very haunting even for me. Like, I couldn't sleep for a few days after that. And now we know why he was smiling, because that karma. Now Uddhav Thackeray and Aditya Thackeray, look at what's happening to them. Karma is coming full circle, right? So true. Yeah. I always felt Alia was an average, but Bhavika, she is the daughter of Mahesh, but that's why she is still in films or advertisements. Aditya Chopra is firing in all cylinders at Canadian Kumar. Just hope the fight goes on and both of them pull down to the dumps. Yes, this is going to happen. It's just a matter of time that Bollywood realizes that everyone will continue watching South Indian films, and now the game plan of Bollywood is that like people like Salman Khan, they will play second fiddle, and they'll cast maybe a South Indian film actor as the main hero in their film, and in this way they'll try to sort of make money and make that film a hit. So this is, I think, the next game plan of these Bollywood film stars, by making the South Indian film stars as the main lead, and they'll play second fiddle. That's what I think is going to happen. Alia thought that she can rule in South too, but she was shocked to see that people don't give a damn to her. That Yes, Pikachu, but she got whatever 8 crores for that 20 minutes of acting. She was making zucchini with a team of cooks, saying She is a sanskari bahu. Yes, Himani. No true Hindu is going to support Bollywood and watch their movies. Yes, relax, but you have to understand that it's just a small portion of Hindus that have realized the double standards of Bollywood, and that it has you people have to share it to as many people as possible. Spread the awareness to especially the younger generation who was aspiring to be like a film actor. So they have to a lot of these young people they see film actors and actresses as their role models, and they get they dance to their songs in weddings and stuff, but they do not know what the filter behind these film stars and the industry. So it's up to you people to spread awareness among the youth, and in that way save the younger generation from the clutches of this dirty industry. Yes, I prefer Sai Pallavi any day to these. Yes, Himani, and she's quite a talented actress. At least Alia will suffer all that for what her dad has done. Yeah, we have seen. I mean, karma. We have seen time and again. It comes full circle. Like now, what's happening to the MBA government? Let Uddhav Thackeray came live on air. He was seen shifting from Varsha residence to his residence. He was seen in tears. So he showed weakness in the pub in front of the media and public. Trying to gain sympathy. Who would have thought that the son of the great Bal Thackeray, would cry on air in front of the media and leave pack his bags in front of the camera. That shows a lot of weakness. Yes, Seema, we all hope. Ankita says yes. That's what, and that's why many films are flopping back to back. One thing that I did not understand about child meat that Gaurav sir mentioned, can you shed some light on it? I think what he meant is trafficking of children. Just wait and watch the spectacle soon when each and every gutterhood druggies start. Absolutely, now we'll have to wait and see the equation of this new government which will be formed in Maharashtra. And so but I have like certain doubts, like Devendra Fadnavis's wife is also quite cozy with the Bollywood film industry from what I've seen in the past. So we'll have to wait and see. Like it'll be up to the public to again put pressure on this new government in Maharashtra, and let's see where let's hope for the best. No tears. Yes, newbie. So, they conveniently get COVID, whether it's Sonia Gandhi or Uddhav Thackeray or anyone else, when they're going to get grilled by ED or when they're in a very sort of, difficult situation, they will say that they have COVID. So it's like a refuge. So any idea of why Shraddha Kapoor is never seen in this high profile parties? Are you talking about Karan Johar's 50th birthday party? I think she was present, the Bhavika. I will celebrate a day I see desperation in each and every face of these Gutterwood stars. Yes, Karthik. So coming to the most important piece of news is with regards to Sonali Bendre, and we'll go back in time to the 90s. So if you remember, the 90s was the time when Dawood Ibrahim was at the helm of film industry, and a lot of you can see a lot of photographs in Google with people like Salman Khan and Anil Kapoor at the cricket stadium, right? So now Sonali Bendre has opened up just recently, and she has admitted to losing film roles due to underworld pressure in the 90s, and directors told her that they can't do anything about it. And she getting dreaded calls from the underworld elements was common for Bollywood celebrities back in the 90s. And the underworld had penetrated the film industry and was holding several film financiers and producers to ransom with the threats. Now, she appeared on the Ranveer Show podcast, where she admitted to being denied roles because film directors were under pressure from the underworld and could do nothing about it. Talking about the 90s, many clean sources were financing films, but there was not a proper formal industry status. So there was a lot of unregulated finance coming in as well, and banks will not give it to you. So that limit was there. However, Sonali tried to keep away from dodgy film producers. She added, where I was concerned, the moment I would know it's a bit dodgy at that time, the excuse I would give is, oh, I'm shooting for a movie in the South, so I can't do it. So this is the excuse which she used to give to, this sleazy sort of film producers which used to approach her, right? So what helped in Sonali in recognizing with this film financier shady was her then boyfriend and now husband Goldie Bell. And so she said that Goldie had an understanding of the legit and dodgy film financiers, since his family had long ties with the film business. His mother would know it. His father was in the movies too. So you just knew that she fell into place. But Sonali lost several roles because of the dominance of the underworld in the film industry back in the 90s. There were times when I was supposed to do a role and it went to someone else because someone called them up. But then the director or the co-actor will call you and say, I have that pressure and I can't do anything about it. And I understand also. This is what now Sonali Bendre has opened up, and she's saying that all this sleazy producers used to sort of approach her, and that she used to decline the, and she never got a lot of film roles during the 90s. So at that, so during the 90s, I think the I mean the main actresses which were at that time was people like Madhuri Dixit, Juhi Chawla, then a lot of other actresses like Ravina Tandon, Karishma Kapoor. So these were the main actresses of the 90s in Bollywood. And I'm sure that many of the roles which they were given, was supposed to be taken by Sonali Bendre, and just because she did not sort of agree with the terms of these so-called producers, she lost out on that regard. And she was also an outsider, if you remember. She had no sort of this thing, family connection in the film industry. So Himani says, I was feeling very sad reflecting on the Palgar Sadhus. Yes, especially their face, when the senior Palgar Sadhu, his face was very radiant and he was smiling and very peaceful, before unfortunately they were murdered, right? So, but now you can see that their curse is really taking place on the Thakres. But the agencies were supposed to be independent from government, so not sure new government can do anything. Yes, but let's hope, because now the new government will be trying to create an impression on the public, so they will hopefully listen to the public demands. Akshay had took 100 crore for Prithviraj, but this movie is super flop. But this looks for producer, not for Akshay. Yes, Preet, and you can see that he looks exactly like that Joker Bala in that Houseful Four, and so he has not changed anything, unfortunately. All Mumbai politicians tango with Bollywood across parties. Yes, Mira. So we'll have to wait and see how this new government will handle it. Um, Karthik says the point is known devil is better than an unknown angel. Is Fadnavis an angel or known devil? That's a very good question, Karthik, and only time will tell. That's the best answer I can say at this point of time. Sushant was a star seed, and yes, Lord Shiva is giving justice. Yes, Ankita. Rekha, yes, always truth wins in this world. I would, add to Rekha's point that she says that truth wins in this world. I would say that karmic justice wins in this world. I trust karmic justice more than the legal justice system of any country. Exactly, Karthik. They are already depressed. The way their films are being chanted hope, they learn a lesson. Yes, Neetu says SSR has said that the entire structure of industry will collapse one day, and he was absolutely right. So see what has happened to the Bollywood film industry now. Nothing against him, but today Madhavan was giving a press statement on his new film, and he was talking weirdly about the Mars mission. He should have spoken about his film, isn't it? Yes, I'm talking. Okay, you're referring to Nambi Narayan's film, right? Like where Madhavan is you're playing the role, and I'm sure he should have spoken more about Nambi Narayan's what Nambi had to undergo for so many years, and finally justice he got. We haven't forgotten that Sonali Bendre was part of the Black Buck shooting case too. Yes, Priya, along with Saif Ali Khan also. Sonali was launched by Mahesh, but I always admired her for her beauty and how she handled life, especially cancer. But since she considers Bhatt as a mentor, my feelings are mixed. Yes, Karthik, we'll have to wait and see, whether these things will one day come out in the open. Yes, Preet. Bollywood also known to shake a leg with Mupo. Are they silent on Parambir now and their best CM? Absolutely, UB. Bollywood is very, very quiet on this whole hangama which is happening at Maharashtra. They're quite scared, I must say, like what will happen to their future. Uh, yeah, no problem, Rekha. Fadnavis is just another politician and he's there only for his personal reasons, which means he will compromise if the need arises. Remains to be seen, Karthik. We'll have to wait and see. Yeah, Rocketry is a film. The fact that Bhool Bulaya 2 has become a hit shows the direction of people's sentiments. Now they say that Bhool Bulaya 2 is a hit, right? According to certain media websites and but is it really hit? Do you think it's a hit? I don't know. I mean, if looking at the content of that film, I mean, I really don't know if they actually make bluffing on the box office collection, right? I mean, like a lot of the collection of RRR. I'm sure that RRR was a big hit, no doubt, but we don't know what the real box office collection is, right? Like so, Dawood was a notorious womanizer, and it's heard that if he wanted an actress, he would go to any extent. Yes, Karthik. In fact, we had one of the ladies in Candid Meena a long time back, revealing all this, and you can check it in the playlist section. And back then, Dawood Ibrahim in the 90s, the whole Bollywood used to listen to him, and it was completely controlled by Dubai Underworld at that point of time. So why all the criminals are in Bollywood? Why no one is prosecuting them? Why are we calling them star? Yes, Rosina, because Bollywood was always close with the politicians who were at power in Maharashtra at that time, and also they were close with the underworld and sort of the ISI and Dubai, and all this was very closed ecosystem. Even the media was in their hands, like the mainstream media. So they used to keep the mainstream media very happy so that no questions is asked. So it is only now, last year that Samir Wankade ji, when he was the NCV zonal director, he started going after each and every, all these Bollywood stars, with the possession of drugs and stuff, right? Bees are attracted to honey trap like Bollywood. Yes, Rika. So coming to the next piece of news is with regards to Parambir Singh, and Parambir Singh challenges suspension 2 weeks before his retirement. And from the Maharashtra cadre, current Mumbai Police Commissioner Sanjay Pandey and Singh will retire on June 30th. And sources said that Singh wanted to ensure that he did not retire with the tag of a suspended officer. The move could also make him eligible to claim pension. And Paramveer Singh, who as you know, who fell foul of the MBA government in Maharashtra, said he was eventually suspended and had cases registered against him, has challenged his suspension 2 weeks ahead of his retirement. From the Maharashtra cadre, current Police Commissioner Sanjay Pandey and Singh will retire on 30th of June. And 2 weeks ago, Paramveer Singh challenged his suspension before the Ministry of Home Affairs. While generally IPS officers approach the Central Administrative Tribunal for grievances related to service, when an officer is suspended for over 3 months, the MHA is the relevant authority to raise the grievance. A source said the former police chief who fell out with the government post, the Antilia terror scare case in which the 10 policemen, including dismissed officer Sachin Vase, were arrested by the NIA, did not want his retirement to be processed while he was under suspension, and hence he approached the MHA. So later he wrote a letter making allegations of corruption against Anil Deshmukh, which led to the latter's resignation and the eventual arrest. So the CBI is currently investigating the case. So now with regards to Paramveer Singh and Sachin Vase, is that it's the right time for NIA to help to suggest to CBI that ask the right and relevant questions to Paramveer Singh and Sachin Vase as to what happened during the initial investigation when SSR was murdered in that apartment. What happened to those evidences? What happened to regarding the evidences in Meeti River? Was any evidences, digital evidences of SSR there in that particular hard drives, right? Like Gaurav ji said yesterday, putting a criminal behind bars is no solution. Destroy his strength and make him weak forever so that he is never the same person. Yes, Karthik. She was so pretty. I saw recently that her best friend is Hussein Khan. So I think she is very much part of that world. Yes, newbie. For anyone to have survive in Bollywood and have a good career, they have to sort of compromise with the cabal, right? Like otherwise, how will you any person, especially an outsider, survive in this ecosystem, right? Garoji literally called Paramveer a saint yesterday. Thanks, Karthik. World is waiting desperately for justice for SSR and Disha Salian soon. Yes, Agnes, everyone is waiting, and we do hope that the new government which is formed will, take the corrective decisions and pressurize the CBI to, sort of give a conclusion and give justice to these two very important personalities. Yeah, what's the point to talk about Underworld linked to the after having all the benefits and parts of all crimes with mafia? Asked Nanda. So yeah, Nanda, the point to we keep on talking about these links because not everyone in India is aware of these the history between Bollywood and the underworld, especially the young generation today, who is very impressionable and especially the mainstream media never takes these topics. If you have seen, they especially even Republic, even now they are not going after Bollywood, even in their main debates in 9 o'clock. Before Arnab was arrested, he used to openly sort of ask very tough questions, especially with regards to SSR case. As you know that he was following the SSR case so closely, and after his arrest, something happened. Maybe a lot of cases were put against him and his channel, and because of that, he was not allowed to speak with regards to, or follow up with regards to the SSR case. But now, since the government is going to fall very soon, and that a new government will be put in place, will Arnab Goswami and his Republic channel go follow up on the SSR case and Disha case? That's a very big question mark that you have to that I have to ask Arnab, and a lot of people will be asking this question once a new government is put in place. um, Karthik says, Gauravji is a very impressionable with words. No doubt, he's a very celebrated and decorated person, but you should take his statements always with a jar of salt only. Yes. With that, we'll end this session, and do join us for another session on Monday. Good night.